Reincarnation is biblical, but do not confuse reincarnation with transmitigation, because transmitigation teaches that man can regress to animal form, which is not what reincarnation teaches. Now, why would the religious leaders of the world and why would the state be against reincarnation? Why did they and still do ridicule reincarnation or simply just straight away outlaw it as a heresy or a state crime? It is because when reincarnation is realized in the mind of the individual as true, the state and the church, the worldly religious leaders, lose all of their power, the power which they had established over you and over your minds through fear, okay? The Catholic Church outlawed reincarnation in the 6th century at the Council of Constantinople for exactly that reason, because they can't control you through fear. If reincarnation is real, man, they can't sell you letters of indulgence if reincarnation is real. Do you understand? Now, let's get into some of the scriptures to prove this. Let's start with Matthew chapter 11, verse 12 to 15. And it reads, "And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force. For all the prophets and all the law prophesied until John. And if ye will receive it, if you are able to receive it, that means this, meaning John the Baptist, is Elias." This is Christ telling you this, "which was for to come." He was prophesied to prophesy again. "He that hath ears to hear, let him hear." He's saying, if you are able to receive it, you will receive it as true. Now let's move to the next scripture. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 15 to 17. "That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been. And God requireth that which is past," meaning you don't get a free ticket. Whatever you have sown in this life, you must reap, either in this life or the next. You don't get away, man. "And moreover, I saw under the sun." The sun is in this physical realm, the physical sun. It's above what? What is under the sun? Isn't it the earth? Okay. "I saw under the sun the place of judgment." The place of judgment is the earth. The earth is the furnace of adversity, man. It is the place where acceptable men are made. As the scriptures say, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. So it is this place, this earth, this physical earth, is the place of judgment. Both the wicked and the righteous are here. Wickedness and righteousness both coexist here in this world of duality. Okay? "I said in mine heart, God shall judge the righteous and the wicked. For there is a time there for every purpose and for every work." You don't get to escape, man. This is the place of judgment. Now let's read 2nd Esdras, chapter 14, verse 35. And it reads, "For after death shall the judgment come." Where did we read prior in Ecclesiastes chapter 3 that the place of judgment is? It's the earth. "For after death shall the judgment come." You will be reincarnated here to be judged for the wicked that you did before. You don't get to escape. "When we shall live again." When you are reincarnated into a new body, "and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared." Okay? That happens in this world. Heaven and hell are not places that you go to. They are states of being. They are the wickedness and the unrighteous and the righteous. Okay? The wickedness, which is sinful, which is error thought, deaf thoughts, and the righteous who think righteously, righteousness, right thoughtness, right thinking. Let's continue. John chapter 1, verse 19 to 24. And this is the record of John the Baptist. When the Jews sent priests and Levites from Jerusalem to ask him, "Who art thou?" So this is what happened when the Pharisees were sent to ask John the Baptist who he is. And he confessed, John the Baptist confessed, and denied not, but confessed, "I am not the Christ." And they asked him, "What then? Art thou Elias?" And he saith, "I am not." "Art thou that prophet?" And he answered, "No." Why would they ask him that if reincarnation wasn't a thing in the scriptures? They are literally asking him if he is reincarnated, if he is the reincarnation of the prophet Elias. I mean, how much more direct can you make it? Then said they unto him, "Who art thou? That we may give an answer to them that sent us. What sayest thou of thyself?" He said, "I am the voice of one crying in the wilderness, make straight the way of the Lord, as said the prophet Isaiah." And they which were sent were of the Pharisees. So he is now confirming he is Isaiah. Let's continue. Luke chapter 1, verse 17. This confirms what we just talked about in John chapter 1. "And he shall go before him in the spirit and the power of Elias," talking about John the Baptist, "to turn the hearts of the fathers to the children and the disobedient to wisdom of the just, to make ready a people prepared for the Lord." Okay. Book of Numbers 14, verse 18. "The Lord is long-suffering and of great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgression, and by no means clearing the guilty." You don't get a free pass. Just because the body that you currently occupy dies doesn't mean that you die. It doesn't mean that you get a free ticket to not suffer the consequences of your errors. Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third or fourth generation. That means from you on, 3 or 4 generations downwards, you will be reincarnated and judged. This is basically reconfirmed many times in the scripture. Let's continue. "The soul that sinneth, it shall die," says Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 20. "The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father, neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son. The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him." Your son and your grandson are not receiving the consequences of your wickedness. You are reincarnated 3 or 4 generations down the line. Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 9. "Thou shalt not bow down thyself unto them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me." He repeats it again. Exodus 20, verse 5. "Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me." Matthew chapter 16, verse 13 to 14. "When Jesus came into the coasts of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, Who do men say that I, the Son of Man, am? And they said, Some say that thou art John the Baptist, some Elias, and some others say Jeremiah or one of the prophets." Why do they say that, if reincarnation is not true? Why would Christ himself ask them, "What do men say? Who am I?" if reincarnation wasn't true, if that isn't what he is referring to. Isaiah chapter 43, verse 18 to 19. "Remember ye not the former things? Neither consider the things of old? Do you not remember your former lives? and former experiences that you've had. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness, and rivers in a new desert, a new life, a new body. Revelation chapter 10, verse 11. And he said unto me, this is being spoken to John the Revelator, the disciple of Christ, thou must prophesy again before many people and nations and tongues and kings. He's telling him that he must prophesy again in a future generation, in a new body, a new physical body, before many people, tongues, and nations. Don't we live today in the time where that is able to happen, where you are able to communicate with people across the entire earth, just like I'm doing it right now here? People are doing it everywhere. Everyone is communicating with people all across the entire earth. You see, in Galatians chapter 1, verse 8, we find that if anybody comes and teaches or preaches a gospel that is contrary to the scriptures, you are accursed. You are under a curse. What is a curse? A curse is a lie. You are under a delusion, okay? Because you reject the truth of the scripture.